Hey everyone, I wanted to come on and just talk about something that, I talked about it with somebody today, and I'm probably gonna come up with this in other conversations because usually there's a trend, and I have mentioned this before. Today, the question that I have for you is, what is your doTerra message? And the reason why that's important is because if you come into doTerra and you're sharing, and maybe you're here and you're new and you just started doing this as a business, or maybe you've been doing this a long time, what will happen if you don't hone in on your story, on your message, on your truth? You will sabotage yourself and you won't get out there. But if you know your story, if you know your message, nothing will stop you. And so let's just say that you're out and you're doing your classes and you're talking about, maybe you're doing the family physician's kit, right? And you're talking about the oils. We always talk about these oils because they're the basic kits and we need to talk about them. But my question to you is, why are you talking about them? Do you even know? We have a lot of, I have a training manual that is inspired by the Emerge. And if you are not passionate about the top 10 oils, my question is, are you going to sell much? Are you going to be in a position where people want to buy from you if your heart is not in it? If you're merely, a sales rep selling family physicians kits, they're going to feel your heart. And the most important part of this business is, and I'm sorry to say it, it's heart over skill. And skill is so important, don't get me wrong. You need it, okay? You can't do this business without it. But we're talking about the level of importance. And here's why I why I'm saying what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of people with some good skills, but they know what they believe. And so when I say heart, it doesn't mean that you have to have this perfect heart. When I say heart, it means, are you coming with heart? Are you doing the skill with heart? Because I see a lot of people out there and they're executive and they're trying to go for elite, or they're premier and they're trying to go for silver, or they're trying to get solid. And they're honing in on the skill of it all, which we need to do. But they're not present with all of who they are. They're not present with their passion. They're not speaking from this place of conviction, and all they're doing is selling a product. And there are millions of products out there. The reason why doTerra is the #1 network marketing company is because of their product. But if you're not passionate about their product, no one's gonna be buying anything from you anytime soon. You have to get in tune with why it is you're out in front of people. Why it is that you're telling them about these oils. Do you believe that every home should have these oils? Truly, honestly, do you believe that? Ask yourself that right now. Do you believe that every home should have doTerra in it? And if you say yes, why? Why? Is it because of you, your story? Or is it because of them and their story? Is it because you believe that they should have it because it's an idea that sounds good? An oil in every home. We talk a lot about that. Is that something that sounds good to you and it makes sense to you? And so you're going to say it to everybody? Or do you truly deep down believe and have a conviction that will not be shaken? Because then people will latch onto what you're saying and they will bring this beautiful product in their home. Why the family physician's kit? And I call it the family physician's kit because I've been doing this 5 years. And I'm supposed to not call it the family physician's kit because it's the family wellness kit, I think. I don't know why I don't know that. Why don't I know that? This is something I'm supposed to know. Ah. Listen, if I can do this business, you can do this business. Okay. And that's the reason why I say skill is not more important than heart, because I had no skill. When I did classes, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a protocol. I didn't have a program. I didn't have an upline telling me how to do this, how to do that. I didn't have the emerge. I didn't have samples. I didn't have, the empowered success, the pipes. I didn't have a guideline. So then how did I succeed? How did Holly succeed? She was the same as me. We didn't know what we were doing. All we knew is that we believed in something. We believed that these oils work. We believed that if we hand it to people in their hands, it's going to work. That's all we knew. And we were convicted of that with all of our hearts. If you're not convicted of that, stop going out there and preaching something that doesn't feel right to you. If your message isn't clear, if you're not true to your message, and you get in front of a classroom of people and you sit there and you say, yeah, I believe that everything should be in your home, but there's a discrepancy between your belief, your truth, your understanding, your conviction, between that and actually whether or not they truly should get this in their home. If there's a gap there, you don't need it anymore to understand why it is that you're not succeeding in this business. There's your answer. Because there's a gap, there's a discrepancy. You're not true to your soul, you're not true to your heart, you're lying to yourself. And you're not lying to people. You could be out there telling them full truth. Yes, doTerra is the thing to get into your home. That is the truth. Everybody should start with a kit because it's the first respondent, in a non-emergency situation. It is the first respondent, and if then it doesn't work, then go to whatever you know or learn about it. I also believe that doTerra is the gateway drug to better health, better living, because we start to know and understand that, oh, wait a minute, why is this working for me? Why didn't my doctor tell me? Why didn't my doctor tell me that this worked? And they start to then question the system, you see? So when you're out there and you're doing these classes, you're absolutely right. You're telling the truth. But if there's a gap between the facts and the conviction of your heart, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that. And you're going to feel that. And you're going to sabotage yourself because you can't possibly get up every single day, plant your feet on the ground next to your bed, and rise to your greatness when there's a gap, when there's a discrepancy between your truth and the facts. Because facts are facts, but if it's not landing in your truth, then you can't rise in that. You can't rise in disingenuity. I don't even know if that's a word. But I made it up anyways. Does that make sense? Can you just sit with that and breathe in that for a second? What is my message? Is it my truth? Do I believe what it is that I'm saying? Do I believe that when I talk about lemon oil being good for toilets, that this is my massive message to the world? Do I believe that because I put it in a diffuser and it smells good, that's my massive message to the world? We never go to the doctor and say, oh, you're offering me this to save, or to change my life, to serve me, to change the way that I feel. Do you ever go to the doctor and say, well, before you give me this medication, can I just smell it? Can I smell this medicine before I take it and buy it from you? We don't do that. This message that we have is so much stronger. That's why when we get out into the world That's why the science is backing up what we're saying. That's what doTerra stands for. That's why we're the largest essential oil company in the world, for lots of different reasons. That's why hospitals are backing up what doTerra is saying to us. Because they're different. Their science is different. They're backed up by science every single time. Our message is strong. So is your message clear? Or are you out there just saying, hey, smell this, it smells good, and so therefore you should buy it? Somebody told me that I should do a class this way, and so therefore I'm going to do a class this way. Somebody told me that I should do a class that way, so therefore I'm going to do a class that way. But do you know why you're doing the class that way? Do you stand in the conviction of the words you're speaking? It's okay if you don't memorize them, but even if you're reading on a piece of paper, are you standing on the power of the words that are written on that paper? Are you standing on the conviction of what you're speaking to the world, to the masses? The masses need your voice. And are you going to land in that place of power, in that place of truth, in your message? Everybody has a different message. Sometimes they're the same, they're similar. But you come from a different story. You come from a different place because your message is different. Even if it sounds similar. Don't chase after somebody else's message when you're out there teaching your classes. Stand in your message. And if you're sitting here today and you say to me, Donna, I don't know my message, then stop everything and get clear on that message over the next 3 days. Will you? Will you write out on a piece of paper the question, what is my message? What is my doTerra message? Because if you don't know it, they're not going to know it. And they're not going to feel like they're being a part of something powerful, something great, something beautiful, something that lands with them, something that they can be convicted in with you. So your job over the next 3 days is to write that message and post it here. Let me know even now, what is your message? And some of you have a very clear message, but is it matching your class? Is it matching your classes? Because if it's not, then take a step back and make your message match your class. Make your message match your one-on-one. Make your message match your wellness consult afterwards. How does that feel to you guys? Does that feel good? Doesn't that land true? When we come with our truth, nothing will stop us. When we lean forward into our truth, and most of us will fall forward, I know I did. When we fall forward into our message, nothing's going to stop us. We'll keep going because we won't even care if it's 1,000 voices or if it's 1,000 ears or if it's one ear that hears us. We will speak. We will move forward. We will not stop us. Nothing will tire us because we know our message and it's clear. Does that make sense? When you know your message, it won't matter if you make money or if you don't. It won't matter if you have a stage or you don't. You will speak because you won't be able to help it. All right? I love your message, you guys. Most of you here, you know your message. Let me know on here today. Take care, you guys. If you don't know your message, you know what to do over these next 3 days. Post it here when you find it. Bye.